Welcome everybody to Ground Zero workshop. I called it Ground Zero because everybody who wants to live a healthier life, everybody who wants to live a little longer, healthier, happier, a little more athletic, not really plagued with a lot of disabilities that we are not realizing we're losing. Before we get into all of that training, now your doctor also tells you to start doing strength training, but then you don't know exactly where to start. And when you go to gyms, coaches will load you right away. So it's very important that we come back to ground zero because not everybody is starting from a zero, starting point. We're not starting from zero and then do a step one into wellness. We're starting from negative, guys. We are starting from negative because we are not living in our natural environment. We are mostly indoors, yeah? We are mostly indoors and then we are bombarded with a lot of this stimulation through our browsing, through all of these blue lights, through all of these things that are desensitizing us from truly feeling our body. So now we're living mostly in our heads and less in our bodies. We have this thing called fascia in our bodies. So when we think of training, like I'm gonna train for strength, I'm gonna train my muscles, I'm gonna train my bones and my joints. Nobody's thinking about fascia because when you say fascia, you're not just thinking of my muscles alag hai, my nerves alag hai, my nervous system alag hai, my joints and my bones different training for them. When you think of fascia training, you think of everything merged together because it's your fascia that is your whole body wrapping, just like how your skin is your largest organ in your body that wraps you up, that creates a barrier between the outside world and your inside world. Your fascia is also doing the same, but in a more extensive way because it merges and connects your muscular system to your nervous system. That's why in the event when you think that there's somebody about to hit you, for example, or there's fire happening there and you need to run fast, you don't need to think about that. Your body is automatically responding where your heart rises up, your muscles begin to contract, you become anxious, high energy right away, jolt of energy because your fascia is smarter than all of us. Like it's right away sensing a danger and then it right away commands every part of your body that needs you to get moving. That's why it's very important to think of fascia training and not just this muscle training. Because when you think of your fascia, you don't think of anymore of squeezing my glutes. Who here goes to their gym or when they're doing their own workouts and then still think that I'll squeeze my glutes? No, like when you command yourself, like, okay, squeeze your glutes. Does your trainer do this? Squeeze your glutes and then now lunge, or squeeze your glutes and then now do this, or engage your core, engage your core. And then people are engaging their core and then sucking their bellies in. Take a moment to, think about it like how you're training, how you're commanding yourself because you're thinking of muscles than training the fascia. So we are all guilty of that. And then again, we are missing on the many things that are already, happening that your body is already ready to do for you. Right now, for example, how do you know that your fascia is truly working with you? Right now, as you're sitting, push your feet to the floor. Okay, let your feet or whatever part of your body that connects to the earth, okay, push into it. If it's your feet feeling the ground right now, connected to the ground, feel your feet sinking a little more than where it is, like not just touching the surface, but think that your feet are going through the floor. Yeah, think that your feet are pressing down towards the floor. Release. The next thing is inhale softly first. Okay, inhale softly. And then as you exhale, press along with your breath leaving your body. Again, inhale, soften your grip from the floor. And then on the exhale, use just one foot maybe so that you can tell the difference between the right foot and the left foot. So as you exhale, we push into it. And notice, do you notice how that's how I know if you actually have good sensitivity to what your body is actually doing for you? So that you can start reflecting on, that is what they say. Because when you finally start reading books about fascia, I hope you start researching about fascia. There's so many amazing books about that. But you can start connecting this with your own body and with your own sensations. That, that's what Tom Myers was saying about the foot core connection. Like, what is that? This is why Yoga Aram teachers never say engage your glutes. They just say press your foot tripod to the floor, because pressing the foot tripod to the floor is what engages the glutes. So we are actually moving our bodies, activating our bodies, knowing that there are buttons we need to press, and that's it. The body sparks up, because that's what fascia is. Yeah, it is a whole body connective tissue. 22 kilograms of it make your body, and you're not connected to it. It's not really made special in our anatomy and physiology classes when you were in your high school, if you had science. And then nobody talks about fascia. Everybody talks about the skeletal muscles, the muscular, musculoskeletal, endocrine, everything. So we're missing out on the fascia. And in the medical school, when we used to open cadavers and then study each and every muscle, nerves, bones, and everything, we just looked at fascia and then tried to like throw it away. Like 22 kilograms of fascia we thought was useless. So imagine you are made of 22 kilograms of fascia, not myofascia. Myofascia means muscle and fascia, connective tissue. What exactly is fascia? Start seeing oranges. When you peel an orange, and then there's lots of nerve-like structures that wrap your oranges and separate this orange from the other orange. Yeah? Or whatever it is that makes your skin glide underneath. So when you're contracting your muscles, for example, the fascias glide over each other if you have a healthy fascia, like this. Okay? Now, if your fascia is stuck and glued together because it is crystalline, actually, it is fluid. For a healthy person, it is fluid. So that when you engage your feet, for example, how does the feet connect to the glutes? When your feet senses that, I need to grip here because the floor is slippery. I'm standing on an uneven floor. It's unfamiliar to me. So I need to engage my core just enough, my glutes just enough so that I don't fall. So that gliding and sliding of your fascia is happening when your fascia is hydrated. Okay, when you have movement, affordability for that kind of flexion or extension. But the thing is, long hours of sitting, let's say in the next 5-6 hours that you're sitting, you're gonna feel this thing right away, that it's like this, the glide is missing. It's not that your muscles got tightened, it's just that the glide has been missing, and then now it is now stuck. So now even if you want to stretch that muscle, it's got stuck like this. It's not moving as much. And when everything in the bottom is squeezing, you know that the whole body is connected as one unit. So can you imagine that every time we are squeezing or there's no glide and slide in any part of your body, it is also going to start pulling the rest of your fascia. Again, think of it just like a skin. If something down there is squeezing, don't you think it makes sense now that people's face are sagging? Matlab, the skin right here, no, like it's now sagging down because there's no more tension. Your tongue is now dropping on the jaw. The arches, the domes that support your body are now all collapsed. And that started from your feet. That started from the feet that never truly connected to the earth. When you guys stand, when you guys sit, on the floor? What gets you lengthened up right now? Like, would you say that I am looking straight right now? Would you say that I have a good posture? Right now, would you say that I have a good posture? No? Would you say that I have a good posture? And it's relaxed also. Now, would you say I have a good posture? I'm trying hard. It did not look exactly the same. No, it's almost looking like the same, but then I'm doing so much effort, and that's why when you tell yourself to straighten up, you collapse right away because we are not really connected to the earth in this way, nor are we always connected to the stabilizers that we have. Okay, so let me go through all of these things. Why feet? Why we need to sense more things in our feet, and why you need to regain your big toe flexion, why you need to do calf raises every day, why do we need to flex our ankles more than the angle that it can afford today. Okay, why? Because if you want to go trekking, you will have to step up on a hill, and you will need this much ankle flexion in order to really climb yourself up. So you need to get access into this much flexion. Only then you can climb up and load it. So people who cannot really squat anymore, it's not that this thing have weakened. It's not only that. The main issue is that you've lost this much ankle flexion. People can only flex this much now. See, this is called knees over toes. My knees can go over my toes without my ankle peeling off the ground. That's why when people are asked to squat this low, cannot afford, so what they do is, can I just lift my heel? Now I can squat. Yeah, because it's compensating for the lack of ankle flexion that they have. And see, this is something that you have every day if you are still living in your nanny daddy house where they still have their traditional toilet. Yeah, you would have this as part of your day if you still lived in your traditional house with traditional toilets. Or if you're going for trekking and then, or you're always outdoor and then there's always, of course, no washroom around, no? We used to play as kids going far, far away in the fields, and then, of course, there's no washroom and you need to go. Where do you go? Behind the tree and sit like this. And this is one of the best ways to really empty your stomach, your intestines, clean up fully. You can't clean up your intestines fully in this position, trust me. Especially those who don't have much fiber in their diet, okay? So if you have that same environment, then you don't need all of these foot core connection that we're talking much in the classes, no? Like we don't need that much conditioning, but we are not doing that every day. Nah. Again, it's not a one-time pill. You need to give this signal every day. What is exercise, guys? How do you define exercise? Exercise and movement exploration, what exactly it is? It is not for the benefits only. No, we think benefits, it's for sure is going to come. Your muscles getting strong, it's going to come. Your mobility getting back like a springy 5-year-old, you are going to have that. You still have that. It's just dormant. But aside from all of that benefits, it really is your body's signal. Your body is not just waiting for, oh, I wish I have this health. I wish I can move as young as a teenage version of me. No. It doesn't respond to your wishes. It responds to the signals. What signals are you giving it every day? So if the signal is that you are sitting for 6 hours every day and then sit more after work because now I'm so tired, I just want to watch my Netflix series, or I just want to like browse on my phone. So we sit in work, sit in the car again. So there's a lot of series of events of sitting. So what is the signal your body is getting? That life is not meant to be lived and moved in that way. And that's why the ankle flexion that I was talking about, we are losing it. First year of not doing this, now you don't go there because you're only here, na? We're actually only here. What is sitting position? This is where we are every day. How much flexion is there needed for the knee in our day to day? How much flexion is there needed every day in our day to day? Not much, yeah? Ankle, feet are just so relaxed. So one thing is this. You guys still have this? Can your knees go over your toes, everybody? And with this much flexion, can you push off in that? Because this is now where the arch, see, a healthier foot arch means that when you push off, and your foot flattens, can you now see how the load will go here? It's the inside of your knee. That's why some people are like, oh, I feel my knee. Yeah, huh? Because when the foot collapses, see, this foot rolls inward. When I come up, my load will go to my this, and that's why doctor says, oh, strengthen your VMO muscle now. Strengthen your VMO, strengthen your foot, because now when you come up, people sway in and then up. When I come up, I should have my foot tripod there. My arches are high, and now I can load it. Okay, and now there's the foot core connection. I'm feeling it right away. That as soon as I push my foot into this chair, my glutes are firing. It's not just the glutes, the whole foot core connection firing up. Because the effort I have done here, I have conditioned my ankles to actually get in that position. My toes are alive and awake and are sensing. Now I'm pushing off of that. Okay, so that's just this leg. What about this foot? What about this back foot? You're doing this every day, every time you come up and down the stairs. What does your back foot do? A plantar flexion. Okay, so you're looking at it from the side. As soon as I lift my heel off the ground, your second heart, what we say is our second heart, the calf, is going to contract and pump blood and energy up towards the core and fires it up. Because when we say, no, what exactly is foot core connection? Every time you do this, which you will do to propel you up, the toes will need to be in this position. So when I push off, no, look, the toes play out. This is what happens in the bottom foot. Okay, so before it climbs up, it goes like this. Now, a healthy toes that can push off like this, see, the toes are far away from each other, yeah? You have bigger surface area to cover. So now your push off will be so much more effective at generating forces all throughout. So if you're going for marathon, you can be like one of the top 20 people to reach the finish line. Because every time you push off, boom, you have a better chance of propelling. That is for propulsion. Your propulsive power is so strong that every time your foot lands down, it pushes you forward like a horse, running so quick. So when you see a human body's potential, people like running this fast, people jumping that high, tribes who are dancing together as a community and are very healthy, very youthful. Yeah, everything is lifted up. They're like, it's like gravity doesn't know them. They're just like, wow, energy. We have that. But our energies are leaking here and there with simply the way we're walking because we're disconnected from the ground via the feet. So we're missing this out. I'd like to talk so much about the feet because when I had babies, I had two kids, no, with me. They were both below 5. And one is like squeezing around here and the other wants to get away from the body. And then like you are there holding them up. My foot core connection saved me. Why? Because I was getting tired here. My upper body was beginning to collapse. But what I did was, okay, grip them. And then I pushed my feet to the floor. I had to travel from India to the Philippines because We were just in our tourist visa then. We did not have our OCI, Overseas Citizen of India. So we had to go back to the Philippines after 6 months of being here. And I had to like carry these kids from this Terminal 1 to Terminal 3. I was making sure that I was wearing my barefoot shoes. I had shoes like this. Yeah. So all of my toes can just insert here. And I did not wear shoes that are close to the bottom. So with that, I was pushing off into the ground, and then I was able to like lift myself up and carry them this way. I'm sorry, I don't have proof. I did not document anything because my hands were full. So people are like, where is the clue? Where is the evidence? No, I don't have any evidence. The evidence is here. I don't have lower back pain. I don't have knee issues. This is the evidence after struggling with 2 kids at that time, okay, and luggages. So the foot core connection, I'm like, thank God, I am applying my nursing knowledge and my and my biomechanical knowledge about the body. That yes, we have fascia, and I'm gonna make use of that right now as I carry and hold my kids, so that I can continue for the next 1/3 of my travel. Reaching the Philippines will take another 3 hours from Singapore at the time. So it's like, okay, I needed this much more energy. And now that's how I did my energy conservation. One kid fell asleep on my shoulder. The other one is still awake and almost sleepy, rubbing the eyes. And I'm there like a tree, okay, using my foot core, my saving grace. So I'm just saying that for all of us guys, there's so much more. You may need it, you may apply it in a very different way than I did, because at that time that's how I did. Now that my kids are grown up, they're not asking for me to carry them, but this is now what I use to help myself up with lots of like heavy bags on my back for my trekking. Like when I go up, I am making sure I'm pushing off. I'm positioning my foot in a way that I can push off very nicely through my feet. So now when every time I get presented with stairs, or every time I have to put all of my winter clothes back to my Almira, I know my maids are going to do it wrong. They're already complaining with a lot of back pains and here. That's what they do every day. No, they have to like do a lot of labor work. So I'm like, okay, TK, I'll do the work. A lot of times I would push off and then do all of these arrangements up above. So I'm saying that this movement is something that you need to practice daily, because we are walking on flat surfaces already. Wherever you go, you are walking in flat surfaces only, and your foot doesn't get to really experience how it is to really push off with strength and in a good position. So when you push off, for example, in this foot, I'll show you from this angle. When you push off with your heel out and toes are in like this, I'm talking about this foot, huh? Not this. We have talked about this now. So if I push off with this, my calves are on fire, and that's also your longevity muscle right there. So when I push off from here and I have good alignment, I know that it's my core and my glutes that are working for me to get me into this position. Because right now, the next 3 phase of our 3 months of our Flow 100, no, we're gonna be doing step ups now. Okay, so every time you step up, when you come down, look how my toes are ready for landing. And then reset. And then again, I push off, boom, my heel is out. Now, where do injuries happen? Yeah, when people are pushing off like this. When does this happen? Even without the step up. Stairs. Why? Because initial position yahan hai. So now you're walking, you're carrying your groceries. You're walking, bam. People are walking like this, see? I saw this also in treadmills, people walking on treadmills. So where's the push-off right there? If you take a screenshot of them or a slow motion video of how you are doing, guys, how are you doing when you're walking on treadmill? Are you pushing off like this? I have proof of people doing this. Or are you pushing off like this? This is a healthy gait. You run, you run. Oh, my kid is about to swallow that big lump of soil. So you run. This is the position for push-off. The heel is out, the toes are in. Now, teachers training students who are here. Saru, Pratiksha, the teachers, yoga teachers who are here, Dhara. It's very important to understand that it's not just about telling that person to position, because sometimes when we correct people about, oh, I have heard from that workshop, we've learned that the heel out is the optimum position for a push-off. A lot of times we are overcorrecting ourselves. And what ends up happening is that, yes, you got a heel out for your push-off, but then a heel out that is like this. Big toe has disconnected from the floor. So I've seen people here also like they've connected. Okay, heel out. But then see, where are the toes pushing? The push-off has become here now. So earlier when their heel was in, they were pushing off at the inside part of their foot. And now that you knew about the workshop, and then now that you know that this is optimum, but then now where are you pushing off? Yeah, so don't overcorrect yourself. Go back to what the feet are doing for your whole body to do what it needs to do. To access the proper function, you need to have it the proper form. Yeah, the proper form to be able to do the function. But before the form is the feel. So feel first, form second. Function is the byproduct of all of this. So get into the position and feel that, am I pushing off? Are my toes, all of them, are still in a position? Because now it's heel out, yeah? Can you guys see? This foot, it's heel out now. So when I push off, that's when I can go running. Go for marathon now. Woo! Yes, go for marathon with this kind of gait that all these toes from here to there are in a position on the floor for the push-off. For the push-off. You're doing, if this is the earth, this is the floor, this is the pavement, this is the road, you are doing this to the road with your foot. And that is what activates the whole kinetic chain from your foot to your muscles up above the legs. Glutes on fire. Why your glutes need to fire? To help stabilize the pelvis and transfer that force to your core and to your whole body zooming forward. I'm saying this now, guys, because, honestly, there's a lot of natural calamities happening all over the world. Just last week, a few days back, there were 7.5 magnitude earthquakes, 7.5, 7.8, I'm not sure, around that. And people are panicking and are running here and there. There are many events in our lives right now because the world is changing so much, there's so much chaos that you need to run. Can you run to save a life? Can you run to save your life? Can you run to save a family member? Oh, my family member just passed out on the floor. I have to rush them to the hospital. The heartbeat is going lower and lower, lower. Do you have the speed to actually save your loved one's life and you don't feel useless? I've seen this many times. I've worked in the emergency room before and I felt like I'm so useless there. I couldn't lift a thing. I couldn't respond as quickly as I would want to. And I had a very good reason to. I did not train to do such. So Veer is very much trained, no, very well trained. And I've seen him respond to, situations like this that needs quick reaction to really save somebody's life, and he did because he was fast. He had a body that you can depend on. Can you have a body? Can you train your body so that you can depend on it and that your family members can depend on it? Or do you want to be that family member who needs saving? Okay? Do you want to be that member of the community that needs saving? Oh, just because I did not know. No, no, no. It's not about that. I'm just giving I'm just giving motivation why we need. So what if my ankle is not positioned that much? That's usually our question, no? Like, so what if I'm not doing my diaphragmatic breathing? So what if there's a lot of so what, but life demands, guys, and life rewards those who are every day doing their stuff, doing the things that we have pulled away from our lives. Like, we don't have Indian toilets anymore, we don't have our like uneven surfaces anymore to walk on. So expect a body not as responsive as the tribal people who are still having that kind of joyful movement capacity. They're still like very youthful. So we can bring that back. I'm saying bring it back, not just for the benefit of it, because you will enjoy the benefits of it. You're going to feel young, you're going to look younger, you're going to avoid surgeries. But the most important thing is that your day to day becomes easy. Your day to day doesn't feel heavy. Your day to day becomes lighter for you to do. Okay, so when you're pushing off every time you climb up to your second floor, oh, you want to go and see the sunset and the sunrise every day. So can you now just change the way you walk up the stairs, and then, okay, oh yeah, at least start paying attention that, yeah, Claire was right about that. Like, and then look at your family members who are maybe complaining of knee pains. Your friends, look at your friends who are complaining of this. You will see how they stand, and you can tell why they have knee pain. You can see how they're walking. You can tell why they have that kind of pain. You will start understanding. And because you're that family member who knows about the fascia and who knows about the importance of feet position and the feeling, the really having that sensation, that really having that foot to brain connection, that your foot is talking to your brain and your brain is commanding your foot. When you understand that, then you will also understand, like, why they have that. And then you can start giving them a few, like, exercises, showing them a few exercises such as massage. Every night massage. Oh, you've been standing on that feet. Start to replace your shoes. Maybe if you look at your shoes, no, how do you know that you're not pushing off in the right places in your shoes? You will see. You check your loved ones also, check your husbands, check your kids' shoes. Look at their oldest shoes, their most worn out slippers, maybe. The one that they usually, like, they always use this. And then see if there's any more tear on one side. So in Philippines, we call it nahilis. Some part has already thinned more than the other parts. And that's when you know that, this person is not distributing their whole body weight on the right places. This shoe's so old with me. And look, everything is equal, yeah? No part is overused. Yeah, no part is overused, guys. I run with this. I jump with this. Yeah, or maybe it's just a really good material. Vibram, they never paid me to advertise them, but quite good. It lasted me for so long now. And I have been gifted by my students also, like really good shoes. It looks like a ballerina's feet. This is also Vibram barefoot shoes. Why? Because why is it barefoot? It's still closing you here. But no, it's flexible. See? Are your shoes flexible? Does it free your feet or does it imprison you? Free. Yeah, you can flex it. Check the kind of footwear you're using every day. I'll show you. I'll show you the modern footwear. Everybody is so amazed with their own shoes. Their store is sturdy, but Look at the shoes, like, ooh. And these are what your kids use. These are what your brothers and your sisters use, and maybe you are using. Look, of course I still use them. I like fashion, guys. But I know why I need to work on my feet even more. So if you're using such kind of shoes, you need foot core exercises, guys. You need to stimulate your feet. You need to do our feet protocol because a feet like this is prison for your feet. Ah, did you see how much flexibility I had with my Vibram? See how free this feet is? It is not stealing my feet's freedom and my feet's mobility and my ability to actually absorb impact forces, because whenever you walk, your body has to absorb about 1.5 to 2 times your own body weight. When you walk, guys, when you walk, you're absorbing not just 55 kilograms of you if you're 55 kilograms. Your body is absorbing about 100 kilograms of your body weight in every step that you're taking. And that force needs to travel upward. So your core can fire, your glutes can fire, your whole back chain fires in every step. Because when you walk, your ankles will touch down first, followed by your whole body, your whole foot, sorry, and then the push off on the front foot. Now, this is not happening to everybody. That's why we are getting all of these injuries. And we still work out the same way. We're still working out, not preparing the body enough. I mean, not enough. You're doing so much actually. You need to do subtraction. Ground zero is more of subtraction before addition. Take out all of those bad movement behaviors that is bringing you all of these problems. Yeah? Take away all of these things first and then focus on the very main thing that is going to give you the bang for your buck. Because if your feet cannot flex, absorb forces, release forces as good as this shoe can give you, because we're always here. And look at the flooring we have. We have all of this tiled floor. You never really get to walk on the ground. When do you get to walk on the proper ground? Even when you go to your park, no, you will still walk on uh, these hard surfaces. Yeah? I don't follow. Guys, do you follow when you go for your park? When you go for your walking in the park, I don't walk on the paved roads. They make you paved roads now, like here, fun. And people are like walking there with their with their cushion shoes, walking there. I have video recordings, by the way, of these people walking. So cute. And then I am not there. I'm like moving away. I'm on the grass. I'm on the ground. I don't walk on those surfaces. And then I find that my capability to absorb forces is better. I feel the ground so well. I feel the transfer of forces so well. And that's why people who go for walks still come back home and then, oh, my back is still paining. Walking is already an act of decompressing. But what's happening is we're not decompressing in our walks. Yes? So it starts from there. Ground zero is about really becoming better at what you are already doing daily. What do you do every day? Stand, walk. Yeah, walk up and down the stairs. Get better at walking. Yeah, get better at quickly responding to things. Get up and down in a better way. When do you need to get up and down? Oh, my batija is asking me to tie their shoelaces. Okay. Okay, ho gaya. Oh, you also? Okay. Okay. Oh, you have left your this. Oh, I have dropped my keys. Oh, I found 1 million pesos. Pesos. Oh, I found a diamond ring somewhere. Oh, oh, puppies. I have to take them home. So, life is like not restricting you at all. Your body is not restricting you at all. And when your body is free, You can enjoy any other activities much better. Then go for marathons. Go, go, go. There's a High Rocks, CrossFit meetups. Yeah, go. Oh, your office now is calling for a 5-day trek to Kedarnath. Oh, you're so freaking ready for that. Oh, your cousins have come back home and you used to play basketball when you were kids. Oh, you can go still beat them up. Not beat them up, sorry. Beat them in the game because wow, you were still, and then they'd be like, wow, how we're still moving like how we did when we were kids. You're even better now. So these kinds of, benefits we will see as we keep exploring our movement capacity. So your lungs are better. Your lungs have better capacity to do all of this because sometimes it is not the muscles that are tired. Sometimes it's your lungs that are already like doesn't have that same aerobic capacity as you used to. Okay, so when you start thinking of your body working very intelligently for you, you will stop telling yourself to engage your glutes. You will not need to tell yourself to engage your abs and your core. You don't need to do that. And also to correct your posture. You don't have to tell yourself to straighten up like this in order to have a good posture. No. You'll just take a 360 breath. You know exactly what to do to look nice and tall and confident. Oh, now you're invited to speak at a TED Talk in your city. Okay, now you know how to regulate your nervous system so that when you step up on the stage, people don't see that you're actually having some, societal, social anxiety or stage anxiety, stage fright. So you're there and then you're confident because you know exactly how to calm yourself down. You know how to stand and present yourself as you give your speech. Oh, you're going to run for to be a governor or a mayor in your city, and now you need to give your speech. Or now you're invited in your high school to give a speech to their fresh graduates, and you're there, and your school is like, wow, so proud that she is from this school. She's an alumni from the school because you exude that grace and confidence with age. Flow 100 is not anti-aging. We are pro-aging. I'm so excited to be 50 years old. I'm so excited to be 60, 70. I am pro-aging. What anti-aging? I don't need your anti-aging serum. Yeah, I want pro-age. And that has to start with what is aging for you? Aging for us is, oh, all these aunties that are walking here with back pain and knee pain. That's what we think aging is. Think of aging, the centenarians in Okinawa, the centenarians in Greece, the centenarians maybe in your neighborhood who are still living lives very fully. And then you'll see that is what aging is. Aging is not those people who are in their 60s and are visiting the hospitals again and again. That was not aging. That is not what aging was in my nanny's time. They had people who lived so long and are still doing, their work. Purpose. There was a purpose that you doing this work was not just for you. It's really to have you in your fullest so that you can be full for whatever passion project you have in your life. And it begins with every step that you take every day. The moment you wake up, the first step you step on the floor, the moment your foot touches the ground, ooh, paining already. That's a sign. That's a sign that, okay, do all of those exercises. Now, mobilize a bit. Okay, so before I free you today, here are a few exercises. Come and join this with me today so that you can start doing this every day. And just like brushing teeth, when you brush your teeth, yeah, you have to do it again tomorrow in order for your brushing teeth to be effectively cleaning up your mouth. You'll again do it tomorrow. And then again, you know exactly that as long as you're alive, you will be brushing your teeth, yeah? Yes? So for me, as long as I'm alive, I will be hanging on a tree. As long as I'm alive, I will be doing my foot exercises. As long as I'm alive, I will be doing this because I have accepted that we live in a world where it gets you out of your body and then live in your head for a while, for a long time. So the body becomes desensitized, and because it is not sensitizing enough, it is what's going to start aging inside you. What doesn't receive energy, what doesn't receive fresh, fresh breath, fresh life force, fresh blood flow every day is what begins to age. So if you look at yourself in the mirror and say, oh wow, in the last 5 years, I've aged. Things are sagging. Look at yourself in the mirror in the right now, guys, in your camera. What happened? Did you age? Because right now you can stop expediting that aging. Yeah? My kids do that, Bhavna, like my kids are doing like, because every day that you're pushing your tongue to the roof of your mouth consciously, okay, there you've activated your fascia. Every time you stand up and your foot presses the ground and you feel the connection to Mama Earth, you'll be like, I've done something. So all of these things, no, when you start getting them in your checklist and they're like, when you know that now I'm standing, oh, my foot tripod is pushing to the earth, oh, my arches are not collapsing, oh, my next breath is so full, then you will not feel like, oh, I've missed an exercise. Why are you in Flow 100? To really learn the most intelligent ways to stay connected with your body, to really get all of that fresh prana, that fresh energy, that fresh life force. Every day you're getting that. Just like how our auntie there, Govin's mom, how she every day, 4 a.m., milks the cow, 11 a.m., milks the cow, 4 p.m. again, milks the cow. And I tried it too. It was fun. A little gooey, like, oh, what is it? I might hurt the cow. It's okay. So that was it. Like, oh, milking, milking. Like for me, it's like when I'm breathing fully into myself, when I'm feeling the earth with my feet and my hands, that for me is like internally I'm doing this like I'm doing something amazing for my body. That's it. And I think that's why whatever I'm doing, no, it multiplies tenfold because I'm really there, like making myself feel good at doing something that not many people would appreciate that their body is doing. I appreciate every time my toes are pushing me off as I walk. You know how they say gratitude is the highest yoga? Because it is. I'm so happy I get to get up and down without using my hands. I'm so happy. I'm so grateful that I get to do this. Oh, I'm so happy that I know this knowledge about how your foot actually positions itself to either give you a good, strong, steady posture and performance, or I can also do it in a way that will get me towards illness rather than wellness. So there are ways to live and move in a way that's either going to get you out of disease and you go towards wellness, or it's going to give you a little more injuries and stuff. So if you've been doing yoga in the last 2 months, 3 months, if you're doing exercises in the last 6 months to like years, and you think that your body is becoming more and more heavy and becoming more and more achy here and there, you're not improving in your performance, there's something to be looked into. That's something to be looked into because the body, again, is so intelligent. It is going to start like a flower blooming. When you start working from your feet, everything is going to bloom. And if you think that there's not much results happening, my job is to teach you guys. Your job is to do it. I can't do it for you now. The thing is that I can't do it for you. I can only teach you this. It's like I can only teach you that brushing teeth is good for you. But the brushing you will have to do now. This is how it is. Pranayam is so good for you. But the pranayam is what you need to do, no? Kapalbhati is something you need to do. Okay, so that's something every day. That's why we have that Flow 100 3 columns I have made. What needs to be done daily? Here's what needs to be done 3 to 4 times a week. Here's what needs to be done 2 to 3 times a week. Did you let a week pass without doing any of this? Then you're missing out because it's not going to take so much time. Okay? So now, everybody get one foot to the ground like this. Okay? Pin your big toe as far away from your second toe as you can. Everybody, can I see your feet? I want to see if there's any bunions here, anyone who has flat feet here, anybody who has collapsed arches here. It would be so good to see if we have feet that are responsive. Okay? So here, my big toes are far away from my little toes. We have something that we call chopstick test. I can use my pen right now. And can you get pen in between? Can you get the pen in between your toes? That's how you can tell if you have covered good amount of surface area for your feet to actually function its best. Okay? And if you press your toes to the floor, right away the arches will rise up like this. Okay? So now this is called the short foot activation. You are activating the first dome of support for your feet. Because remember, the only point of contact that you have between you and the earth starts at the feet, yeah? This is your first point of contact. Okay, so splay your toes wide like this. And then now, lift only the big toes for 10 reps. And then press. Lift only the big toes and then press. Lift only the big toes and then press. And you will start feeling the arches here, the muscles here begin to come alive. You know, you have over 20 plus joints and muscles, intrinsic muscles in your foot. It's not just one there. There's small things there that make up your whole foot and gives it good function. Okay? So if you see me doing this, see my fingers are not going like that also. See, my fingers are relaxed. Yeah, so how do you know that your foot has been disconnected from your brain? Is when your hands are trying to do the same thing. Okay, last 3. Without this second toe lifting up with it, only the big toe lifting up, like a thumbs up, like how good you can do thumbs up here. When you do thumbs up now, your other fingers don't also open up, right? So that's how you know you have good foot core connection. You have good foot to brain connection. Okay? Next, if you can do something like this, expect that you have a good chances of propulsing yourself forward. Good balance also. Now next, now the big toe will stay down on the floor. Only the little toes will come up. And when your little toes come up, feel how your arches are waking up. A lot of us are forgetting how this feels to actually engage the arches of your foot. A lot of people don't have that connection anymore, okay? So big toes are pressing down, only the little toes come up. And don't use your fingers to help your big toe. I just want to check. Press. So the big toe is holding the floor. Lift, press. And when you lift and press, spread them out again. Another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. That's the second exercise. Now, the third exercise that you should do daily is play your toes wide. Teach this to your mothers and fathers also who may have swelling around their feet. Yeah? Anybody who has swelling here, no? Like pitting edema, how do you know? When you press your thumb and then it leaves a mark that, oh, it still looks like my finger was there. There should be no mark. That means you are edematous. You have swelling in your feet. Okay? Check any part. There should be no mark of your fingers. If there is, oh, not good blood flow happening, guys. Veins popping out here, like, when you see veins here and there, you're not having good blood flow. to your feet. Your feet feeling cold in winters all the time? Your blood flow is not reaching. The heat coming from your breath and your life force energy is not reaching your feet. So that tells a lot how we're missing out on all of these wonderful stuff that your breathing can do for you. It's not reaching your feet. That's why we say death begins at the feet. Third exercise, the big toe up, press it down. The little toes up, press it down. Big toes up, press it down. Little toes up, press it down. Big toes up, little toes up. So we have a song, no? Happy Feet song. Everybody, move your hand in the body. Oh. So you can sing along with it. And singing, you're already making long exhalations while you're singing. Another health benefit is going to be there. So lift the big toe, press the big toe. Are you feeling your things are on fire here? Feel? How is it? Lift. You will feel like oof, oof, oof. A lot of oof over there. Okay, let's go for 5 more. 5. Lift the big toe, press it down. Lift the little toes and press it down. PS. It's not ulta. Oh, it's pratiksha. It's not like this, okay? It's not alternate. So lift and then press first. Yes. Lift first and press first. So Sasha, what happens with you is, so some people compensate. Okay. Like see, my knees are not moving anywhere. Na? So some of you guys, when you're lifting your little toes, you're doing this first. So see, look, my knees are staying at the same spot. I lift my big toe. I press the big toe. I lift the little toes. Okay, so that's how you know your big toe. See, it's connected as like a belt with your shin bones. Yeah, and that's how you will feel this anterior muscle here, the front muscle, tibialis. So this bone here, no? Whenever you lift it, oh, it's firing. That's why when you go walking uphill, downhill, you will feel this muscle on fire because this is responsible for flexing your toes up and flexing your ankles up. This muscle engages here. Again, we don't realize how weak this gets also. Okay, last 3. Lift the big toe, lift the little toes without shifting these knees in and out. 2. Ooh. And 1. Good one, Sanchi. Good one, Priyanka. No shifting here. Okay? That's it. So, how do you feel? Now compare. What do you feel with this foot and this foot? Do you feel heat in this one? Do you feel this? Nothing happening much? Yes? You feel there's an activation going on here. Blood flow is here. And this is not. Yeah? So we're missing out. We're missing out on the good, juicy stuff that your feet needs daily. It's like gargling for your feet right here. It's a lot of nourishments going towards your feet. You know one of the weird things that tells you if you have healthy feet is that your hair still grows there. Your nails on the feet still grow as fast as your fingernails because this is the farthest away from your body, you know. So our feet are receiving less of the blood flow. Okay. So what you've done with your right foot, you'll do with the left foot also every day. It's not going to take much time, guys. Trust me. And do this. Feel all of this. And then now, can we check this way? Okay. Or fold this leg this way. If you have any injuries in the knee, please avoid this challenge. But right now, I want to see if you guys can see. I'll just show you first. Can I get up without using my hands here? On this leg, can I get up with this ankle flexion, with this foot here? Can I get up with this leg position? Can I open my feet this way and then push off on the ground? Can I still afford this much ankle flexion, knee flexion without my heels having to lift the earth? Okay? So, 3 exercises first. Can you get up from here? So this needs this much ankle flexion. See how much my knees are going above my toes. I switch other side. I don't have any support with my hands. So your ability to get up and down the floor without using your hands is going to tell a lot about how independent you can be in your old age. It starts now. Yeah. It starts now. It doesn't happen 10 years from now. No, it's starting now. Okay? So that was set A. This is set A. Folded legs, flexion, extension. Yeah. Before you go marathon, check if you can still afford this much flexion extension. And then, yeah, go for all that yoga shoga that your teachers, you like yoga teachers now who give you yoga asanas that make you like challenging yoga asanas, yeah? So, but first check if you can still do this as part of your day today. Set B. From a standing position, look first. When I step back to pick up something, next time you step back to pick up something, are your heels in or out? Can you fold? Get up? Can you fold? Get up? Can you fold? Get up? So this is the set B of today's exercise. Can you step? Can you step and then this is not caving in? When you step back, this is out. When you step back, this is out. Again, not so out that big toes are again disconnecting from the ground. And then you can do a wide squat and a narrow squat. Both are again so super duper important. And this is what we work on because it's not that one day that you ask your body to do this and then you expect it to just suddenly do it after being deprived of all of this movement nourishments, yeah? I'll do it one more time and then you show me for 5 repetitions. Ready? I'll show you first. Before I fold myself, this is mindfulness. That's why movement is a form of meditation. Because when I step back, I am in my body. I'm in my body. See, there was no shift in the way my knees are positioned. See, there is no shift in the way my knees are positioned. Yeah, it did not step back and then wonk. Yeah, because when you step up the stairs, it should not wonk like that before you could stabilize and step up. Number 3, squat, comfortable. Squat, comfortable. Okay, ready? Show me for 5 repetitions. Active hands, Rupa, Bhavna. I know you guys already like, you'll do all of this with the hands just dangling on the side. Pay attention to this. Good. Wake up your hands, Priya, as if you're holding on something and then you're pulling yourself up. Gitanjali, oh. Now Bhavna is saying like, yeah, see, I'm not alone in this. A lot of women are just dangling their hands down. Go, Doc. Wake up the hands. Every part of you is alive, guys. Pratiksha, you know this already. That's how you pick up puppies on the ground. Strong legs, Sanchi. Oh, you guys, how you pick up your cat, Priyanka? Yeah, so yeah, feel your feet. Yes, position the feet first. So there I am seeing some misalignment already. Okay, so feet pull pointing forward. Online is effective, guys. How do I know every time, you see? And it's very easy to see it because and do it because it's just done next to your bed. I'm doing it next to my bed also. So it's very good to step back in a Sanchi and then position the foot first. After this workshop or maybe in the evening, you can record yourself and then truly see like, oh, this is what Claire was saying about the heel is coming here and there. Okay, I'll do the last two with you. So starting position important, guys. Yedek. Don't start here. Hena Rupa, when you do your self-practice, always start with how do I position my feet? There. And already apply that short foot activation you did where your toes are far away from each other and the knees are soft, ready for action. My hands alive, awake. Now, I can kickstand here first. I'm shifting my weight here already. And then now I step back. Then I shift my weight here. I step back. Oh, are my toes pushing? Are my little toes also there? Now, I push off. Is this wobbling? So many things to look at, yeah. And can I squat in this and get back up like this? Can I add a quartzy lunge? Quartzy lunge. What is a quartzy lunge? It's like my knee is touching my ankle from the back. Yeah? Quartzy. Mademoiselle. Queen. Not much flexion. Yes. And the last one which we explored in our Flow 100 exercises, you guys have completed. First hip position. Second hip position. Look at this one first. My big toe right now is working so hard along with my other toes. It's gripping me. I'm opening, open hip position. This is the third position. And then fourth position, there. I come back to the first position. Second position, I hinge at the hips. My hips are behind my knees. You'll feel this working. Third position, Third position, I open hip. Fourth position, ooh, come back up. This is what we strengthen and work on every day as a movement snack. I'm waiting for my child to boil. All right. I have my maid chopping the vegetables for me. While I'm waiting, I go one, few rounds of this in my kitchen. Two, I go number three, aram se. Open the hip. Fourth, okay, so really learning with the very center of your body. You're moving the very center of your body here. Again, I'll show you. This is one. I'm moving from my hip. So if you see this leg moving, oh, how is this leg forward and back? It's because the center of my body moved for me. I did not do anything with my leg. It is my hip that moved there. It is my hip, the very center of my body, that's opening my leg there. It is again my hip initiating the movement that brings my leg there. Come back up. If you find this easy, that means that whatever movement training you've been doing every day is something that is really benefiting you. And if you find that that was a little bit hard to do, I don't have stability. I am wobbly. Oh, my legs are already so much on fire. Then that means that this is missing in your day. You're not, you've slowly begun to disconnect that part of your body from your brain. Okay? So, chalo. Hello, Gitanjali. Priyanka, Sasha, let's go. I'll see how you guys do. Just think of north, south, east, west, up, back, side, right, left. And then see, initial position is your tripod there. What brings your leg there? Oh, your hip was the one revolving. Open, good one. Look how the foot is gripping there, Rupa. Okay, just do one round on each side. And then close the hip dock. To go to from here to there to quartzy lunge, you will have to close your hip na. ये quartzy lunge hai. So that's the fascia line connecting from your foot to glute of this leg and the shoulder to your abs, to your knee in this position. Okay, so your hip is opening, closing here, opening here, closing there. Okay, so you're moving the body from the very center. You don't dance, no? So you have to do these exercises. So when you're dancing, look, when you're in touch with your sensuality, you will be very free here, but women are not. Women are not. Especially when you're a mom, no, like, oh, I'm a mom now. I should not dance and move like that. I'm somebody's wife. No, you're a woman after everything else. Before everything else, you're a woman. You're the seat of creative energy bursting within your pelvis, and you've locked it. I know you've locked it because I can see how your hips are moving. I'm shy. Oh, I'm not that kind of girl. Ye bad girl movement hai. So that's the first mental block you need to unlearn. You don't have to post it on social media like I do. I do this to piss off, to remind a few people, no, like, hey, women are supposed to be sensual. So I'm doing the the pissing off job, the out there reminding. I don't care. Women need to remind themselves of how powerful they truly are and how much of that power are sitting idle in your pelvis. You know, all of that creative energy is going to cause a lot of chaos in your mind and in your body if you don't allow it to flow. It's a very powerful energy, huh? And either whatever you do with it, it's either going to glow you or destroy you from the inside. So you got to do something about it. If you're not making babies with it, then you should make beauty from it. Yeah, you should make like anything that is going to benefit you and the world. But now it's not, we're losing that life force now. Like it's just so dim right now. Because now it's creating polycystic ovarian syndrome and all this stuff. Yeah, a lot of women are having this. We're creating things that should not be there because you're not truly expressing yourself. Ooh, how was that, guys? Only few people have. Rupa, you did not send me video. Bhavna, you did not send me video. Swati, you sent me video. Good. I need updates because every day you're changing differently. I can only help you guys if I see you, no? Whether in our live classes or in the videos that I asked you to give. Because again, I can only teach you. The doing part is yours to do. I wish I can do this thing for you also, na? I would love to. Yeah, I'm a monkey. I have really tapped into that creative energy, you know, like yeah, I can do things for you. But I am the only one getting better at it because I'm the one doing it. You have to do it because it's your body. It's only you who can feel things. I cannot feel it for you. Okay? So, how was it? Was it fiery? What did you feel? What did you feel? I like, guys, I like very expressive, huh? It's very good that you're expressive. It's very good, like, yeah.
I
Otherwise,
really
you
like
don't
that
express
you said
much.
the
Ah,
toes
Gitanjali first coming
separating.
there. Now, yes, Anchi?
I really like the separating of the toes exercise because I've never done that ever. Like
Mm.
I have, I moved all the toes together and back, but moving the big toe and then moving the other toes together in itself, the sides of my calves were feeling warm and they were feeling strained. So I didn't know that this could also happen.
Yeah.
So yeah,
That's really good,
and I
Sanchi,
had a
because,
question. I had a
yeah.
question. When
Mm.
you say that, sit and put your feet on the floor and then you put pressure, like, or stand like a tripod, I'm not
Mm.
understanding how to do that. Like, are you saying that press it with your toes or are you saying press it with your heels? Because I'm
Press
not
it,
able to.
press it with your foot tripod. So, but right now I want to use more of the forefoot because a lot of women right now have plantar fasciitis and have pain around their heel. So I want to
Okay.
activate the forefoot a bit more so that you're shifting there. And look, Sanchi, this is me, this is most of us sitting
Mm.
without grounding at the floor. This is me sitting right now without grounding to the floor. I can be on my computer desk. Now, see me pushing the earth. You can't see my feet now, but right now, see any changes here as I'm pushing my feet. Paired with a full inhalation. Is there any changes? So me kind of like drooped forward to now waking up my feet, pushing my toes to the earth. And look what happened. So last year, I attended this esoteric conference in Gurgaon. And also in this, where I met you, Sanchi. So when I attended there, there were few women at the back of the room who came to me after the conference and they're like, do you model? I'm like, no, I'm a wellness teacher. And they're like, oh, okay, because your posture is like that. I laugh at myself sometimes when people mistake me for somebody who does modeling or does ballet. They think I'm a ballerina with the way I
Absolutely.
move. Like they say, oh, I saw you like walking out to get some cookies. I'm very chatori. You
So
went
when
out to
you put
get
the
cookies, and the way you carried yourself was so nice. So they thought that I was like, okay.
So when you put your forefoot, when you put pressure from your forefoot, the front of your foot, your calves also sort of
The whole
squeeze.
chain wakes up, and that's what makes you look like a model. Like you own your body. That's what gives you confidence.
But I can
Why
feel my
confidence?
heels
Because your
lift a bit.
brain, ha,
But my
because your
heels lift
brain
a bit.
finally felt the signal from your feet. And what exactly is the brain going to do that with that signal? Ha, Sanchi? What the brain is going to do with that signal is that it sends you this sense of safety, that you are grounded, you're not going to fall. You are rooted down, you're not just going to bend and break. Because brain is always on the lookout for your safety. Yeah? So whenever you're grounding at the feet, your brain will think, oh, we are stable here. We are anchored here. We are not going to slip and fall here. So
But the heels
now
lift a bit.
when you are engaging your foot tripod, the first thing that happens is your arches rise up, your
Yeah.
calves contract just in the
Yeah.
right amount for stability. Your hamstrings will lengthen, the glutes will engage, and the rest of that upward force, because law of physics, every force that is exerted in one direction will have an equal and opposing reaction. So when I'm pushing downward, I am rising up because the earth will not move. Na? Where will that force go? The earth will not move as I push the earth. And that's why that's exactly the reason why you wearing your shoes when you're running or walking, and it absorbs all the forces for you, because how much thickness, guys? Guys, can you quickly grab your walking shoes? I just want to see before we end this session today. Can you show me your walking shoes? Here's mine. Can you show me your training shoes? Like I go to the gym. I go to the gym. I go for a walk. Show me your shoes. Swaroop, show me your shoes. I need to show more people.
No shoes, Claire. I have my chappal. Wait 1 second.
Okay, chapal. Shoe, Sasha, that's your what do you use for running and walking? Like if you're going for walking, if you're going for running. I use this I use this when I go for Kasachala also, but usually I'm barefoot there. Yeah, display guys is our selfie for today. We'll do selfie. So I want you to inspect your shoes. I want you to inspect your shoes. Okay, Gitanjali already has beautiful shoes. Okay, good. Priyanka has wide toe box. So there's, okay, guys, what to look for? Check. Sarup, squeeze. Okay, sorry, maybe you're cooking right now, but do this with your shoes. I can fold it in half, like a sandwich. Oh, that's how much freedom it's taking away from you guys if you cannot bend it that much. Next, check the front. Does it have wider toe box than your heel? Because right now, shoe should be wide in the front and your heel on the back like this. Yeah, I'll show you. Okay, check your toe box. Just quickly. I'm collecting more shoes. Hi, this is what I wore when I was going for events. Ooh, see the difference. Which one do you think is alien for my feet? Look, this in this? Are you serious? Are you seriously thinking that this,
alien for your foot?
you know,
Yes.
imprisoning
Yes.
will not do anything for your posture and for your overall health? I have another barefoot shoes. This is made from recycled plastic. Oh. Yeah. So, impact forces. And now we're... ये ठीक है? Still like this inside. Okay, so all of the impact it does for our bodies is unimaginable. We don't get the time to really think about it. But guys, show me again your front side. Do you have a wide toe box? That's one of the ways to assess your shoes. Do you have space for your toes to actually splay? Now from the side, do you have just enough thickness so that your feet still does the absorption that it needs to do? Your feet was designed by God, not up above, God everywhere. The foot is designed to absorb impact forces. Now, if your shoes are the ones doing that for you, then what will your feet do? Nothing. Yeah, that's why in this one, it's still making my foot do the functioning, because the only job that this foot is doing for me is to protect my feet from the heat of the ground, to protect my feet from any debris there that may punch and puncture my skin. But the force absorption, it's your foot's function to do such. Why was Achilles tendon made here? To absorb impact forces. But your foot is not doing this now for you now. So Your shoes are doing it for you. So now your foot is now again, the brain is not getting any signal that you're actually walking. Your brain still thinks that you're not really walking, you're not really running, there's no impact forces, and that's why the bone degrades. There's no bone minerals that are being produced because your body doesn't think that you are actually walking. There's no impact. So there is no signal that, hey, let's produce more bone density so that your bones don't easily break if you ever fall and catch yourself. Okay, so this is why women, we are losing our bone density every year that we don't exercise, every year that we don't give ourselves impact forces. Okay, so we are going to jump now in our next trainings. Rupa, this is Vibram barefoot shoes. So you can check it in Gumball also. So you have to give yourself, and it's okay. I'm saying that please, you keep using these shoes, but then don't count it as your training. Come and still do our barefoot training. That's why we do barefoot training, na? All of that Sanchi. This one, that's just a few things that we do. We still do many others, like, calf raises and then decelerate coming down. Step up once, one count, and then decelerate. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Split the stance, do that again. Narrow stance, do it again. On a rock, do it again. On a wider stance, do it again. So we have many different variations for it to really give what? The body the signal that it needs for us to actually produce that much stimulation so our brain, our fascia, and our nerves, our muscles, our joints can reorganize their function so that you develop amazing health. Otherwise, if you think of fasting for your body is this: not letting it sense anything from the ground, not letting it sense your environment. Okay? So why do we need to do all this? Because we don't live in our natural environment anymore. You, as a human being living in the city, we are more like giraffes, lions, and tigers that were taken captivity and brought into the zoo. And now you don't need to hunt, you don't need to that. We have been domesticated. So that's why we have this body right now. It's like you as a lion have forgotten how fast you are and how you are actually the king, queen of the jungle. That's what happened to human beings right now. Like for my perspective, the way we're moving is like that. You've been taken into captivity, learned to live in the zoo, and then now you've forgotten how free your body is actually supposed to be. Make sense, guys? Make sense? Would you train better? Any questions? Don't let your feet fast. Hanji, Rupa.
Yeah, how much often we should do the breathless activity like running, and where my mind and body both are challenged, like I don't want to run more, it's so sweaty and my heart is just coming out, maybe I'll die in some minutes. So should I continue doing it, or what's the logic behind it?
So you need to do progressive training first, meaning that if your full day doesn't require you to breathe that much, that much intensity where you're coming out of breath, you're entering anaerobic state, then you have to start with knowing your resting heart rate. Let's say my resting heart rate is 70. And if I do an activity, let's say a vinyasa yoga, where I'm flowing with my breath, my heart rate goes up to 90. I'll settle with that for now. And then I will add progressively. Now I am getting better with my vinyasa also. Now I will do my zone training where I'll step up and down this thing. I'll do my Kali ranging footwork, like step, non-stop for the next 20, 30 minutes at least. Oh, your heart rate has now come up to about 100 to 110 Let's say that is your 60% of your maximum heart rate. Guys, you now know na, the ones who are in our program. 220 minus your age is your maximum heart rate. And zone 2 training is your heart rate within 60 to 70% of your maximum heart rate. Okay, so my 60 to 70% of my maximum heart rate would be about 110. If I go beyond 120, that means that I'm entering zone 3, zone 4, I'm entering anaerobic. So I want to get myself familiar with this heart rate first, because Rupa, if you guys have known, so many news are out there. Oh, these people exercising, high intensity training, passed out, heart attack. Because people don't do progressive training. Oh, I heard the VO2 max training is very good, high intensity training, exercise is good for you. But you were just sitting in your office in the last 7 hours with this operating in this much heart rate, and then now you are going to, without increasingly informing your brain and your body that, hey, we're about to do this. So, you know, we have this gap and we're not bridging it in a smart way. So that's why every day, like a dal chawal for you, you have this, vinyasa. That's why I say vinyasa is something that you should do every day. Because whether you are menstruating or not, whether you are in your luteal phase or not, you are having that much connection to yourself and you have a good baseline. Inhale, exhale there, non-stop. Inhale, exhale. This feels good. Oh, open up the body first and then load that body. That is what ground zero is. And every day is ground zero. Yeah, that, okay, here I'm gonna load my body now because now I'm familiar with this thing. Okay, so that's how we do it. I am going to start with this, and then now, oh, I'm getting better at this. Okay. Oh, zone 2, I've been doing this. Okay, nonstop for 20, 30 minutes at least. I am doing this nonstop, same pace. Okay, at the end of this week, we can try the high intensity training. Like EMOM training, for example, every minute on the minute. Let's say this minute, you do about 50 seconds or 45 seconds of squat. Koi baat nahi, you don't have to remember all of this because we will be exploring this in our classes. So like 40 seconds, sorry. 40 to 45 seconds, you're doing such exercises, about 10 repetitions of squats. And then when you pause to recover, for the next exercise, another minute, okay, do 45 seconds of this pulling exercise. 10 seconds, 15 seconds of rest. Third exercise, you again do something. Fourth exercise, done. Now you rest for a minute or two, and then again, another one. So that should be in your training before you go for all of this high intensity. Okay, so that your brain, your heart, your lungs are not suddenly like get bombarded with all of this demands from the body when you have not prepared it for. That's why I'm saying that before you go for your marathons, before you go for this high rocks, before you go for this trekking with your team, do you have a body that is ready for that? Yeah. Oh, you have a toddler. Oh, you have a situation in the house where you might have to respond quickly. Have you trained your body to spring forward and respond to situations accordingly without hurting yourself in the process? Okay, so this is what our aim for the training, that you gotta make this a part of your life. This is not a one-time pill. It works as your day-to-day primer. Okay, so this is how we start, and we can progress for sure if you start going to the right path, no, then you don't have to buy another ticket to come back to the station because you've actually gotten in the wrong train. That's what we say about wellness, that, oh, you've done all this high intensity training only to be brought back here because now you are having some back issues and knee issues. Like, oh, I've done this training, but then no, now you have to stop, rest for 4 months, 3 months of bed rest because you've actually done something wrong. Why? Because you bypassed your myofascia connection to your brain. Okay, so we don't want to be that. I'm just saying this, guys. That's why I created this workshop, no, because we see a lot of our students coming to Yogdham, coming for our online classes and Dr. Rinku's physiotherapy, and this is the exact same problem. That now they've been training for this much hard training, and then now they've been sent home for bed rest for physiotherapy because they have now injured their backs, or now they have injured. No, train for life, guys. Don't just train for the November wedding. No, train so that you can be better with life, showing up for life in your best version. Okay? So I hope everything is clear, guys, with progressive training. Do not shock yourself right away. Enjoy movement exploration because your body is intelligent. There are buttons to press in order for you to activate the pathways that is going to, for sure, make you the bestest performer. And what do you need to be performing for? You're a mother, you have to perform as a mother. Yeah? You're a woman who wants to reach, like, all these career heights. Then reach there with an amazing body capable of doing everything. And then now you've reached that height. Now you want to have a family. Oh, your ovaries are still functioning well because you did not exhaust your nervous system. Now you say, oh, now you can have kid. Now you don't have to go for fertility clinics because, oh, you've actually sacrificed the health, your ovarian health you sacrificed for that dream. Oh, you've sacrificed the health of your bones for that dream, that now your bones are breaking apart. Now you cannot enjoy all of those things you said you would enjoy. So health is wealth. That's the main message from today. So don't just say, it can wait. It can wait. No. It will always come back with a check. Hello, it's time to it's time to pay back what you have missed out on paying from before. Because every day that you move your body is your daily sadhana. That's why it's called sadhana, no? It's practice. It's gratitude for your body for showing up for you today. You have something to write on for your soul to carry through whatever passions and projects that you're sent here, you came back to the earth for. Okay, so do all of that, but with a healthy body, a body that is not going to reach the destination and then it's like fast car, woo, racing, and when you reach the final, oh, Teriki, the wheels are now falling off. Everything is falling apart. We see that in our parents, yeah. We see this in our parents. Our parents are like, wow, daddy has reached the heights of his career. Uy, blood pressure kidney. Uy, blood sugar kidney. This is what happens. Like, oh, there's the bill now. The reality of what he has sacrificed. So we can all enjoy that pleasures. Okay? But the real pleasure is a healthy body. Any more questions, guys? Before we end, it's almost 1 o'clock. Sab theek hai? All clear? All right. Namaste, everybody. I'll see you guys soon in class. If you ever want to join our ground zero, you can contact me and then I will send you the link. We have a form to put there because I want to see also, like, what is it that you want to achieve? Well, what is it like? Are you going for marathon? Okay, let's prepare your body for that. Oh, you're going to
Goodbye.
something?
Say bye to Claire.
Hi. So good, baby. Okay. So let's the first month we are going to undo a lot of these what do you call this? Movement habits. We have movement habits such as locking the knees, pelvis dropping, carry a baby on the side, carry your cat on the side, carry your groceries. Yeah, movement habits. Lock my knees. Yeah, collapse my feet. I cannot do that anymore because I have formed my body in this way that it's not really going towards that. And when you strengthen your deep core, when you strengthen your fascia, guys, you will not want to slouch. Trust me. You will not want to be there. There are people, no, it's impossible for you to slouch. Yeah, because your day is so nourished. Your day is full of body nourishing, posture nourishing activities, that it became like impossible for you now to just leak energy in slouching. Slouching is a leakage of energy. Okay, so this is where we begin, and then prepare to be amazed with what your body can do. And it's not going to be easy, huh? You will find that, holy shit, my body's not listening to me. In the first 3 months, you'll be like, oh, it's not following my instructions. It's like that at first, but again, your body will adapt. You are neuroplastic. You can keep changing. And you are already changing. So just change for the better, not for the worse. Okay? So we're going to be unlearning all of these things. What we thought was okay was actually sabotaging our health. We are going to look into that. Okay? And then infuse our days with all of this body nourishing stuff. Okay? Namaste, everybody. Have a wonderful day. Enjoy your Sunday. And the next time you go for a walk, look at your feet and decide what shoes you're going to use. Bye, everybody. Namaste.
Thank you, Claire. Bye.
Bye.
Okay.